The symbol of Israel is the seven-branch menorah that we see here. And of course, we also know that the official state menorah has these words written on it, also from Zechariah. Zechariah 4. It says, "Not by might and not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord God of the hosts of heaven." And then it finishes off in verse 7 with shouts of grace, grace to her. These are, of course, the picture of God's purpose for Israel was to be a light to all nations, and that he is giving us grace, and hopefully one day we really will be a light to all nations, because he will dwell here in our midst. Hanukkah is also known as the Feast of Lights. And of course, Hanukkah means dedication, and it's this miraculous event that happened in the year 164 when Israel was able to defeat the world champion, the conquerors of the world, the Greeks. And they were not even considering their own lives when they went and fought the Maccabees against this huge army of the Greeks, the Seleucids. So this is what we're celebrating when we celebrate Hanukkah, the fact that the Jews were able to reverse what the humanists, the Greeks, had done. They had been worshiping Zeus in the temple with pigs, and they had to rededicate the temple, which they did. And of course, we also have these Hanukkiahs, which have 9 lights. That's because the traditional story is that they found a cruise of oil that lasted for 8 days while they had the time to render the purest oil for the temple. And the menorah, of course, had to have that. So this is what Hanukkah is all about. It's about eating things that have to do with oil, like sufganiyot, which is oil jelly donuts, and latkes, which is potato pancakes, which are fried. All this fun time that comes at the end of the year when it's so dark. This is a time when, the sun is setting already at 4:30. So it's an appropriate time to celebrate here. We begin at the 25th of Kislev. The holiday will last for 8 days. And in modern Judaism today, we now give to the children little gifts. But when we think about Hanukkah, we have to really think, what was the essence? This was the essence of the battle that was fought by those Jews who were willing to risk their lives against the Greeks. And Zechariah talks about that. Zechariah says that you will raise up, you sons of Zion, against you sons of Greece. What was this about? When we think about it, we think about who were the Greeks. The Greeks were humanists. They believed that there was no ultimate God, and that, of course, everything was pluralistic. So we came here just to remember that it's not about Hanukkiahs, really. It's not even about this tradition of the oil lasting for 8 days. It's about the sons of Zion who were willing to go to battle against the sons of Greece, the humanists of that hour. And they not only succeeded, God was on their side. Why is this so important to us as believers? Because if the Maccabees had not defeated the Greeks, would the Lord have been born a Jew? Remember, the whole Greek culture was to absorb everyone into this pluralistic, man is the measure of all things. That's their philosophy, relativity. All of this would have annulled Jewish religion and the traditions of the fathers. So we're celebrating with games, songs, foods, like always. We have this funny saying, they tried to kill us, it didn't work, let's eat.